Hey, what's going on, guys? So last episode we built this big storage facility here, tons of chests, tons of space, and today we're actually going to utilize it. We're actually going to fill it up, and then we're going to start on another project, and that'll be later in the episode. But yeah, so first we're going to start using our new storage build. And I spent a little time down here kind of going through my items, trying to figure out how I want to group things, and I kind of have like a vague idea, but I've never actually had this much chest space before. So this is kind of new to me, and I almost feel like I don't have enough space. Like I don't want to use too many chests because I'm going to run out. But then I forget how many chests we actually have. Because if we go into our statistics here and look at times crafted, we've crafted over 2,000 chests. So there's a good chance we have over 2,000 of those over there. So we have plenty of space. Now we just have to figure out how to utilize it. So I'm gonna do a little bit of work off camera and figure out how I kind of want to put things, and then I'll get back to you guys. Well guys, notice anything different? That's right, our basement is finally empty, and that is because we have now moved everything here into our storage build. So kind of broke some things down, got things in a couple random spots. Like these are all our trophies, these are all our armor trims, tools and stuff here, and then we just have stuff spread throughout the Coliseum here. It kind of took me a while trying to figure out where I want to put everything, and it is still like I don't know where some things are. Like I know mob heads are here, and then like mob drops are here. But the next thing we're gonna do, see, most of these chests are still empty anyways. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna get item frames to put in front of each of these little rows here, so we can see what's actually in all these chests. Now, how many are we gonna need? Well, each section here, so like a quarter of the build here, is 62 rows of chests. So you have 62 rows times 4, that's however many chests we have. But there's 62 rows here on 1/4, so then we multiply that by 4, and however much that is how many pieces of leather we're gonna have and how many item frames we're gonna have to make. So it looks like we're mining some more wood, and we're gonna have to kill a lot of cows. Luckily, I have bred up a bunch of them over here at the house still, so the leather shouldn't be an issue, and honestly the sticks shouldn't be an issue because we have this as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get all that, and hopefully we have enough of everything. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long, and then we should be able to label everything. But before we even make all the item frames, we're actually gonna make a small automatic pumpkin farm here, because that has to do with what I want to do next in this episode. So what we need is, I think my redstone chest is over here. Perfect. Okay, so we don't have everything we need. We're gonna need a minecart hopper, we're gonna need an observer, a piston, and I think that's everything. Besides pumpkin seeds, of course, we will need one of those. Oh, and I guess we'll need a chest. So let's grab one of those. Okay, so now what we need here for this farm to work, it's actually really small. So first we need our, nope, not like that. We need our observer faced this way, because this is where our plant's gonna be, and then it's gonna grow right here on this spot. So this has to be hoed. We're gonna break out this block underneath here, place water underneath that. Then our piston is gonna go here. Then we need a block back here to power the piston, followed by redstone on the top like that. We're gonna put our rail in there, followed by the hopper minecart, and I think that should be good. You know what, we're gonna try to change this real quick. We're gonna try putting a chest here, and then the rail, maybe. I don't think this is gonna work. No, it's not. You can't put a rail on the chest. Okay, we'll just put that back, and then we'll just put this on here, and we'll put our minecart hopper back on there, and then we can just access the minecart hopper. This will be more than enough space than we'll need anyways. Then if we plant our pumpkin, and now if we fully grow our pumpkin here, so now whenever this grows, it'll go here, and the piston should break it, and then it'll go into the hopper minecart down below. That way we'll be getting automatic pumpkins for what we want to do here in a second. All right, but now it's time to cull some of these cows because we need a lot of leather. So sorry cows. And after all that, we have our leather, almost 4 stacks, and this is all the cows we have left. So we went through quite a lot of them, but that's fine. They were kind of just standing around here doing nothing anyways. But now if we come over here to our stick chest, you can see that this is all we have. So not even close enough to how many that we're gonna need. We can only make 44. So looks like we're going to mine some wood yet again. Luckily I have all these spruce trees grown up here, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Also, we need to go to sleep. I don't want it to be nighttime. Shouldn't be too difficult to get some wood. And then the other thing, guys, in between episodes, I actually updated my version here, so we are now in 1.21.4, I think, which you know, all the new stuff from 1.21.1.2.3.4, which is just the Pale Garden, and I think bundles. I Don't really know what else is new, but I know those two things for sure. And then I actually installed a couple resource packs as well, so the rain isn't so in your face. And then I also did like a low fire texture pack and less intrusive snow also. So hopefully that gives you guys a better viewing experience now. The rain won't be as bad in the videos and in the time lapses and everything. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna get some of this wood, hopefully get enough sticks, and then we will make all our item frames. Okay, so we are back, and if my math is right, we should have everything we need now for all of these item frames. And I guess the only thing to do is to try to craft them all and see if we have enough. This is a lot of materials already. Let's just throw these sticks on the ground here and make some more. Throw them on the ground and just stand right here and continuously make our item frames. All right, perfect. We had the perfect amount. Well, not the perfect amount, 3 extra sticks. So these can go in the stick chest right here. And now we just need to start placing the item frames down in front, just like this. Shouldn't take too long, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and place all these and then we'll be right back. Alright, so we got all our item frames in, and we got items in each one where there is items in the chest. So we just kind of have a little look around. You can see a lot of them are still pretty empty. This one's pretty full in here. This is where all our stone is and everything. And then we have like dirt and other random stuff in here. But most of them are pretty empty still, so it leaves lots of space for us to still add things and find other random stuff to put here in our chest. There is more stuff on the bottom than the top. This is like items, and the bottom is more blocks and stuff. There's really no organization to where things went. I just kind of put stuff where I wanted to put it and left it at that. But yeah, so now that this is all finished, the next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go back to the house over here, and we're gonna use one of our overlays. So if we fly up here, we're gonna turn on this overlay right here, which is the slime chunk one, because the next thing that I want to do is make a slime farm. We're gonna have a little fly around here and see if we can find a good spot for this, but it doesn't really look like it. There's a lot of like single ones, but I kind of want one where there's 2 right next to it, but it doesn't look like there is any. Of course, the one spot where there's 2 is right here in the middle of our base, or right here in this water. This spot wouldn't be that bad if this water wasn't here, but that is kind of a pain. Oh, this spot isn't bad actually. Maybe we'll use this spot right here for our slime farm. I guess we can kind of have a look what's underneath here. Oh, this kind of sucks. This water right here really sucks. We do have sponges. Maybe we'll just kind of suck it up. And oh, there's 2 water caves. Lovely. That is a little bit of a pain, honestly. I don't know if I really want to deal with that. There's really nothing closer. I guess this one's the next closest one. All these water caves underneath kind of suck. They're really not the best. But this one definitely looks more solid all the way until the trial chamber, I guess. But where we would stop it at is right above the trial chamber. So this one could work. The only thing is, I don't know if the farm will be active from where our base is, because it is kind of far away. So the most ideal spot is this one, but I don't know if I want to make this an actual slime farm, because we'd have to build up a wall here, and then we'd have to drain all the water, and there's just water underneath this all the way down. So I don't think we'll be using this one. Hey, there's a spawner. All right guys, so I don't know how well it's gonna work over here, but I decided to go with these 2 chunks right here for our slime farm. So let's go over there and let's actually mark out where they're gonna be at, and then we're gonna go get some coral so we can actually do some TNT dupers to get down to the deep slate layer, so we can actually start out like mining out this area. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and mine out the chunk border here. That way we know where our farm will start and where it will end at. Alright, so we got a little perimeter area kind of mined out here for our slime farm. So this is the start of it. We just had to mark out where we're gonna dig down at. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back to our house and go to our little coordinate book that we made many episodes ago, and actually find some coordinates to the coral reef biome, so we can go and get some coral. 1685, 571. So now we're gonna head to those coordinates and we'll get some materials, and then we'll do some TNT dupers, and then we'll mine down. Okay, so we got our coordinates here in the chat for where the coral reef is. Then we also upgraded our little pumpkin farm here. We got 4 pumpkins all concentrated on one spot. It's very slow, not gonna lie. It's probably not gonna get us enough pumpkins at all. But let's go ahead and head to the, oh, turn those off. Let's go ahead and head to the coral reef. So I need to go this way and this way. Okay. So we need to head this way, and the coral reef should just be over here, not too far. And then we'll grab some coral and then make some TNT dupers. So now that we're here, the ones that we need is these fan coral. So ones that look like this, yeah, fire coral fan or tube coral fan. I like the tube one, that's my favorite one. It's blue. We don't want any ones that kind of look like this. So as long as it's a fan, it's good for us to grab. And then I don't think we need anything else here, just the fan. I think this still works. Hopefully it still works. I hope it still works. I guess we'll find out when I try to make it, but we're just gonna grab a couple of these and then we're gonna head home. The other thing is you need silk touch to pick up these. If you try to break it with like any other item, like say just your bare hand, it's just gonna break. You're not gonna get anything. And I think you need silk touch for these as well. I guess we can test it. So yeah, of course silk touch works. But let's try to just break off a block with, I guess let's try with our fortune. Oh, we got a dead coral. Okay, we're just gonna put that back and act like that never happened. All right, let's head back home. Okay, so we got our coral fans here, and now let's go ahead and head up here to our storage system so we can actually make some redstone components and a couple other random things that we need. So the first thing is we need some slime balls. So I don't know if we have enough slime here actually to make as many dupers as I want. We might just, let's just see how many we can make. So we can only make 2 because you actually need 6 slime blocks for each duper. So we'll just start with 2 for now, and then we need to actually put some of this random stuff up. But it is a good thing we have some slime balls left over actually, because we do need a couple sticky pistons, and then we are gonna need some detector rails. Good thing we have those already. And then I don't think anything else in here. I guess maybe a lever to activate it. But then we just need a fence. We need 3 fences, 3 minecarts, and if I can remember off the top of my head, I think that's it. You know, I'm having a look around and I don't know what I did with my TNT. I remember I had a bunch of it from when we were breaking bedrock up on the surface, but I can't seem to find it anymore now, so I don't know where it actually went. I don't know if I put it in like one of these random chests here and don't remember, or what really happened to it. Oh, here it is. How dumb of me. My TNT is in the redstone chest. Who would have guessed that? Okay, so we now have everything that we need to make these TNT dupers, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our overlay back on again so we can kind of figure out where the middle is, and it's about right here. So we're just gonna build up a little spot right here. I like to use netherrack just because it's easy to break. So we're gonna start, oh, I guess we're falling down. Okay, so now that we have our little markers where we want to put these, the way you make these is you start with a sticky piston, then you want to put your slime blocks in a little bit of an L shape, kind of just like this. Then you'll take 3 more and put them on another little L shape like this, so you have a formation that kind of looks like this. I'm starting to wonder if this is actually too low to the ground. I guess we're gonna find out. Maybe I'll mine down a couple blocks just to be safe. But then you want to put your activator rail facing out like that. You want to place a fence here on the front. You want to place your minecart up top. Your TNT goes at the bottom of the fence like that. And then your coral fan goes right here. So this is going to die here in a second. And when it does, your farm will actually be ready to go. And so just like that, you can see it died. It doesn't take long at all. So now this TNT duper is ready to go, but I don't think this is low enough. So we're just going to mine a couple blocks down here just to be safe. We don't want our thing to blow up. Okay, so this should be good now. That should be a far enough drop. And now we're gonna build the same thing over here on this side and then connect them up and just start blowing up the ground. All right, and now just like that, we have our 2 TNT dupers set up and we should be ready to go. Usually I have one here in the middle too, but we don't have enough resources. So we'll have to come back to that. So now we're just gonna hit this lever and hope that they work. So of course it's gonna push it out and it should be all connected and primed. And then when we pull it back, TNT falls on both sides and they work. Okay, perfect. So now the next thing is we're just gonna drill a hole down and explode as much ground as we can until we get to Y level 0. So 0 is where I want to end up at. I don't know if these will drop far enough, but we're gonna test it and just see how far down they can go. Alright guys, so now we have a pretty big chunk of our hole here all dug out, and you can see that it almost is the whole 2 chunks. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fly down here. Hopefully I don't die again. I did fall. I was gliding with my elytra and I hit the ground and somehow died. So that's a little weird. But yeah, so now we're going to come down here and we're actually going to set up a beacon so that way we can mine up the top faster. But it has to be all the way down here just because we need the beacon beam to stretch all the way down. I didn't grab my beacon. Okay, be right back. Okay, so we have our beacon at full power now. So now the last thing we have to do for now is just mine down all these blocks until we're at Y level 40. So if we take a look, we're currently at 86. So we have about 45 layers of blocks to go through, and we will see how long it takes, I guess. Alright guys, so we have finished out digging our slime chunks here down as far as they have to go. So we've dug out everything above, and now from this point on we're going to dig it out in layers. So like this will be the first layer, and then everything underneath that will be in gaps of 3, and then this little spot here will be dug all the way down to make space for the slimes to actually fall down. And we're going to bring it all the way down to the deep slate layer because everything after that is just not really worth it to build any further down. It honestly produces enough slime for everything that you're going to need. So that's how big I usually build my slime farm, just in 2 chunks. But with that being said, that is going to wrap up the episode today. So at the start of the next episode, we are going to finish digging out the slime farm and finish setting it up and everything. So if you're looking forward to that, make sure to come back to the next episode where we finish up the slime farm. But if you did enjoy this episode, please let me know down below in the comments. Leave a like and consider subscribing if you're not already and you made it this far. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.